but he runs into failure. And it's like, this is the first time that after all this massive success, right? 2 acquisitions, star entrepreneur, he's doing his thing. He runs into some trouble. So let's go to that third video for a moment and see how he responds.
Tesla was on the verge of financial disaster.
I had to make a choice then that either I took all of the capital that I had left from the sale of PayPal to eBay and invest that in Tesla, or Tesla would die.
The company is really teetering on the brink of failure. And there's this board meeting late in 2008 where they're discussing what's going to happen. And Elon just says, well, I'm going to raise a $40 million round to keep the company going. And the board members are kind of wondering, well, how's he going to do that? And he says, I'm going to put it all in myself.
And that incredible braggadocio confidence catalyzed a change in people's opinion. And we and everyone else around the table was like, oh my gosh, we want to be part of this. We want to get as much of this investment as we can.
First off, let me say that that is a level of commitment that some people will overlook, right? Maybe just because of the amount of money it was or whatever, but like if you're not putting your all, whether it's money, commitment, whatever it is, how do you expect other people to believe you? Like at the end of that clip, the investors was like, oh, well, even though the stats say this is failing, I'm gonna stay right here because that gave them a boost of confidence. If I'm going to put all this money into it, I don't need other investors. I'm going to do it. That shows that no matter what, this is going to be successful, right? And there's a lot of people, I feel, as if, they but they're looking for investors, they're looking for other people to carry them. Believe in my dreams, but what have you put up? What have you done? Like, what have you sacrificed? He sacrificed. Now, some people will be like, he had all this money. I mean, I don't have a dime. It's not always about money. Sometimes it's about time. Sometimes it's about giving up some of the stuff that you already have. So it's like, what is the sacrifice that you're giving towards your business? Like, is there a level of commitment and determination that people are sensing so they could believe in you? Whereas you could just say, yeah, I have a great idea. I think this is going to work. And they're like, yeah, cool. Go ahead and do it. Like, that's what I thought. Yeah. That's what I got out of it. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, major though, because you're right. Like I look at that clip with investors a lot like even when agents or teams scout athletes, right? An investor is not only looking for the best idea or the best business. He's also trying to make sure that he picks the right person. He's investing in you as a person. So as an investor, when you see somebody who's super committed to his business, that he's willing to take almost the last of his money, of his own personal money to go all in, it's got to show you like, wait, am I missing something? Did I miscalculate the business plan? But even so, I want to be around someone who's that committed. I'd rather take my chance with someone like that and fail as opposed to go with the super great idea and someone who's not all in. Like I don't mean to compare it to sports too much, but I look at, for example, athletes like J.R. Smith, right? Very talented. But what's the difference between a J.R. Smith and maybe some other players, similar to him, like a Steph Curry and, whomever is in that rank? It's like you look at, in addition to the talent, there's the commitment to the craft. And I'm not bashing JR and saying that he doesn't, work hard, but there's just a certain level of dedication in terms of willing to go all in and really keep it together. And that's why it makes the difference. But no, literally with that whole concept, it's like that principle and that strategy there. It's like, how much are you willing to bet on yourself against all odds? Like literally down to the last dollar, all odds stacked up against you. Can you continue to go all in and bet on yourself?
That's huge. I would love to know in the comments, like how committed are you with your brand? Like how committed are you with your business? Like, would you put up all the money at this moment? Would you dedicate all your time to your brand and your business. Like, that may make you think twice about certain things. Like, if you don't have that, like, yo, for what I'm doing at this moment, I give it all up because I know I can make it all the way back. You know, if you do say, yo, you know, I'm betting on myself. I can't expect other people to. It's just comment, yo, bet on myself. I'm betting on myself. Right? If you're not, hey, it's just time to be honest with yourself. I'm just saying.
That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. But I will say this. It seems that the point of maximum resistance is when the biggest reward strikes, right? They say just 4 months later, after making that investment, they launched their fourth successful rocket ship. And he earned a contract from the government for $1.6 billion to fund their SpaceX show.
Let that rock.
Let it go. Let it go. So it's like, that's a major lesson, right? Like, because it's cool to be at, and again, for those uncomfortable with the numbers, I've learned from a mentor to just subtract zeros until you get to a number that you're comfortable with. Like, if you're thinking about making an investment and the investment for your business is going to take you 150,000, cut off a zero and say, oh, it's 10,500. If you're still uncomfortable, cut off another zero and just work with a number that you're comfortable with, right? But when you think of his like what just happened here, yeah, he's trending around the $150 million mark, whatever, 50 million. But to go from 100, 200 million to 1.6 billion, that's when you just get recognized at a whole new level. It's like you have just become and put yourself in a completely different category, right, of tech entrepreneurs and people of that nature. So it's like, it's just crazy to see, man, at the point of maximum resistance, literally on the verge of just like bankruptcy. You know, this was right around 2008, Nick. So this is when the whole recession and the whole collapse happened. And now he goes into this concept and boom, you know, it really clicks for him. And then a couple months later, he starts with this branding and kind of marketing campaign where he's thinking about, well, what makes the electric car company different, or how is it going to be accepted? And he said, you know what? I'm going to make electric cars not like the eeny bitty, you know, teeny little small cars that we're used to seeing,
Right.
but I'm going to go performance and sport. I want to make the electric car look like the Ferrari.